This might be similar to Ghost Stories. So to the Ghost Stories dub. So I'm interested. We're gonna look at this. That might be surprising. That might be fun and surprising. Also, please consider liking, subscribing. I appreciate it. This is Hetalia, the other hilariously offensive dub. That's gonna be interesting. It's Hitalia's Peak. Okay, I'm interested. It's a series that makes fun of different countries. Peak. Anyways, we're gonna look at this. This is by KolkoCat. So yeah, let's see. I'm curious.
Hey there, Hasselhoff! I've got a little surprise for you!
Great. What is it? Another Jew?
Hello, my...
What? Huh? What do you mean? Another what? That's crazy. Another Jew? The fuck? That's crazy right there.
Film nerds. In 2005, ADV Films produced one of the most infamous dubs in history, the Ghost Stories dub.
Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Full of
Still great. It's still great. It's still great. It's still great. I'm sorry, it's still great. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black. And then also the touch me harder.
ad-libs, offensive humor, fourth wall breaking, and pop culture references. It was the first anime to change the genre of its source material from horror to comedy with the change of the dub. It was an anime that wasn't a hentai, with an actual humorous dub, worthy of anime history. And since then, we haven't seen another dub like it. Or have we? Well, what if I were to tell you that there's another anime dub that's so full of ad-libs, offensive jokes, and pop culture references that it also changes the genre of the anime when translated. Or rather, accentuates the genre of the anime. Well, there is, and that show...
Well, it's not translated, right? It's not literally, right? They just did what they wanted to do with the dub. Unless this is like the actual, like the literal translation. His laugh. His tiny Chris, touch me. His reprimands, touch me harder.
is Hetalia.
Germany recognizes his friend Italy.
Pasta! Amazing.
Ah yes, Hetalia. The only anime that requires subtitles for both the sub and the dub.
This small little bites donkey tail because chess game is now turned into chaotic bloodbath of doom for pawns and I do nothing!
Now, if you've never heard of Hetalia...
I didn't understand a single word. I guess chess is what I understood. It's Hetalia, the X's powers. It's a what if each country was a person. That is amazing. Spirit of Weirda's translation. Have you seen the Boondocks? Any relation of it? Not that I'm aware, but I haven't watched it either, so I wouldn't know. That's great. Pasta!
Hetalia is a series that follows the premise of what if countries were people? So it's like Scandinavia and the world are country balls, but they're all bishi anime boys. Now, that is interesting on its own. But then the series decided to have the setting be World War II for the first 2 seasons. Now, that would be a pretty dark...
Oh, the Germans gonna go crazy in this one! No, what's no more in Italy than pasta or pizza? Mario.
and depressing show if the series wasn't satire and comedy. But because of the setting for the first season, you could imagine the limitless potential for all the dark ad-libbing that would be soon to come. Now, because of all that, you would expect the original series to be full of dark jokes, offensive humor, etc., but in reality, the original series is actually really tame. Most of it was small comedic skits centered around little educational facts. And a lot of those facts were very silly facts that not a lot of people know about World War II. Because of this, Hetalia at least stayed somewhat relevant to the plot and original lines and didn't go completely off the rails like Ghost Stories. Hetalia didn't do anything drastic like changing entire characters and plots. It couldn't really do that anyway because Hetalia doesn't really have a plot, and the majority of the characters for the first few seasons are just one-note stereotypes. But Hetalia makes up for the lack of derailment with...
So it's basically just like a comedy. It's basically just comedy centered around like historical facts. Okay, funny.
With dated stereotypical accents.
I love tuna, meow.
Love's a hard way, but I suppose I could just submit to you.
Oh, are you not into
What the fuck? That's crazy.
I will punch you in the throat!
Prepare to meet your boring god in your boring German haven.
You really like brofish that much?
Fourth wall breaking and meta jokes.
They're even worse than our actual animation!
What kind of foreigner would know about getting 5 cans of 5 Deutschmarks? I mean dollars at Arby's!
There's a nice cave right here.
American smile. He said Deutsche Mark. That was still around during World War II.
Wait till shorten our big episode, Mr. Boy Scout. At least we still need to find food.
Stupid anime writers have no idea what they are doing.
I told you not to draw those. They call it a copyright because you do not have right to copy.
Fine, if you're gonna be like that, I'll just ask Google Maps, and he'll tell me how to get there on top of how long it will take.
I'm just gonna ask Google Maps. It's gonna tell me how long it takes.
We can't Google stuff in 1942, you asshat.
Political jokes.
Presents. I guess being bloodthirsty kinda gets distracting. And by that I mean bringing democracy to the rest of the world. Sip our coffee and gaze at our snow.
Democracy. He's the American, isn't he? He's gonna bring some freedom.
Mountains as we smile about our free healthcare and lack of gun crime, eh?
Great idea. You can
He's definitely Canadian. Not just the leaf, but he's definitely Canadian.
build a hotel and I'll supply you with the political prince. I mean cheap labor.
Man, what's up with the constant diarrhea of the mouth, Latvia? You want to go to the gulag? Am I Catholic?
You want to go to the gulag? That's crazy. You ready for the most Italian thing in the world? Sure.
Oh, Protestant. God, I don't know. The Cold War's over, dude! Cut it out! Perestroika! Perestroika! Oh, man, I thought that was the same word!
Oh, great. Britain, France, and America are fighting again over nothing. Why can't you just dominate your people with a totalitarian government, really?
China, is it your crushing poverty that keeps you nice and thin?
That's right. Hard to get fat in a famine.
The Soviet bloc wants to...
Bro, hard to get fat in a famine? That's crazy. Family, they should put in their flag. Family. Bro, that's crazy. Also, I've just realized my chat's gone. And my chat's been gone for a while. My chat has been gone for a while. That's interesting. Who killed my chat? That's interesting. My chat has been gone completely. That's funny. Now it's there again. My chat is dead. You've been killed, all of you.
Lock us in the basement. If you die, I get great pleasure, smile.
Gott in Himmel!
Dark and offensive jokes.
God im Himmel.
See, Kyle. I mean, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I blame Croco. His fault. Realized it very quickly. Smooth brains. Crazy. Yeah, thought you know. I know, I did not. I did just realize it now. I'm just stupid. Benelli shotguns are more Italian than pasta and pizza because tomatoes were indigenous to North America, and Europeans thought they were poisonous for centuries and used them as decorations. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, wow. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. Well, chat is back now.
Suck bull! I knew fortune cooking this morning was full of bad luck.
Hey there, Hasselhoff! I've got a little surprise for you!
Great. What is it? Another Jew?
I learned some fancy...
That's just crazy. I've got another surprise for you. What is it? Another Jew?
Japanese. Sushi, Paki, the Dragon Ball Z, and Nani. Miraki
Just a bunch of words.
you very much, but Miraki the cat's a motive.
Wait a minute! How the holy Führer did he get into my bed?
Ad-libbing.
Young lady!
If you know what I mean.
I once killed a man in his sleep with his own mustache and a grape.
Ciao, ladies. You're both so lovely.
How do you kill a man with his own mustache? Guys, I need this needs to be elaborated. This needs to be studied. He's just saying names of pasta. That's he's wow. So this is how the Italians speak. Just a bunch of pasta. Crazy. I may be a successful doctor, but first and foremost, I'm a Jew.
These compliments border on lethomania. I swear it! I will kill you until you're dead!
Throwing the majority of educational stuff out the window.
Nice to know he doesn't take himself too seriously. Now, before your history lesson, instead of telling you a joke to cheer you up, I'm going to tell you 2 punchlines. Here goes. Hoist the mainsail and get me my brown pants. And, holy crap, a talking muffin. I love those jokes. History time.
And of course, the pop culture references.
I love to take my camera everywhere I go, and because of my shortness, it allows me to see higher in case I want to take pictures of women and invent a wacky game show.
Stop that. Stereotypes are for brainless doomkopfs.
He's right, but we better get out of here because
Stereotypes. Bro is they're overdoing with the German accent here. Jeez.
Godzilla's coming. Come on, run!
Gojira? Mr. Germany, thank you. Where did you see him? Was he big?
Godzilla. Thank you, Mr. German. That's crazy.
Tomato, Ringo, Jonah, Tito, Marlon, Jack LaToya, Janet Michael, Dumbledore, the Explorer. But you don't really have to.
What the heck? Dora the Explorer? What the?
Join.
That sounds cool. But also I am conflicted because of Biba.
We ventured down into dungeon to fight band of orcs, and Britain leveled up his wizard twice and rolled a natural 20 in a fight with a fairy.
Bollocks! Now they knew the truth about the Hellfire Club. Really, we just get together in tabletop.
Yeah, so we were interrupted by a dude chick singing, but we're not gonna fail this time! China! I choose you!
Of course, there is still enough plot.
China, I choose you. Those eyebrows, just 4 lines, yeah. Don't worry, Pocket. I'll be your Jewish friend so people know you're one of the good Germans. Then again, they did have a big amount of anti-Semitism in Romania while essentially the king of Romania was cracking Jewish cheeks. So at this point, does it matter?
Derailment and enough plot changing to where it is quite different from the sub.
And I'm older than I look. You lazy capitalists should learn from my example. Lead way, you imperialist pig dogs. You're young. Why you walk so slow like you old woman? Step up your game.
もっとスローに生きたらどうだい?
You sure? 違うよ。君が遅すぎるんだよ。
なんだって? この野郎。この野郎。遅いよ。
Erica, you're seriously twisted. Everything is not about domination. Try relaxing like me every once in a while.
Dude, I'm not sure I could ever love Moose and drag my ass as much as you do, okay?
Love moose and drag my ass as much as you do. Conquer Romania, Poke. You'll do them a favor. Poor Romanians.
My grandma taught me the true spirit of the maple leaf, and it's in her honor I now defend you.
Your grandma sounds hot.
Your grandma sounds hot. That's uncalled for, bro. Or even in Japanese, it sounds stupid. It's not supposed to. This show is for who? Just like ghost stories. That show is just for, I don't know. The original audience was missed, probably. It was supposed to be like some kind of the original show was probably intended just for like a little bit of World War II comedy with like facts, right? Educational facts, and probably younger audience too, I'm assuming, honestly. And the dub is just like ghost story connoisseurs, something like that.
When you two are done releasing sexual tensions, we have got the meeting we need.
That's funny. That's releasing sexual tensions. I mean, it does look like he's stroking his neck, so there's that. No, Ghost Stories had wit, it had style. I don't see much difference in them. I'll be real. They're just both dumb. They're just both a result of a studio just leaving the dub to the voice actors and just have fun. This is like me and a friend turn a TV show volume off and dubbing them ourselves. Yeah, I think that was the point. There's no direction behind this. Just doing it.
To finish.
パパッと解決できる道具でも使おっか。魔法のステッキ
A magic cane? Bro! That's not a magic cane! The fuck? That's crazy. Sibao Poke. Dice Way.
Do I need to convince you? Because I know what will solve this with no more questions asked. Magic metal pipe of pain!
Magic metal pipe of pain. Funny. Funny.
空気読めって言われたんだが、どこの書店に行ったら読めるんだい？
俺も言われた。一緒に探そう。
Somebody told me my elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor, but I don't even have an elevator.
I heard that
too. Somebody called him stupid and he didn't get it, so he's even more stupid. That's crazy.
We should go and buy one.
ドイツサッカーし。
They're both stupid. They wanna buy an elevator. This clip sums up the true difference between the sub and dub, in my opinion.
よサッカー。ねえ、サッカーサッカー。ドイツドイツ。
何がしたいんだお前は。
Football Germany, football Germany, Germany football.
Are you wanting me to gas you?
Don't get me wrong.
It's great. Okay, that's crazy. That's great. Okay, that's wild, bro. That's okay. Okay, that one I was already expecting diabolical shit from this one. Okay, that one's peak. I want to hear that one again. That's peak. That's a peak one. You can't lie. That's peak.
Germany football.
Are you wanting me to gas you?
And don't.
That's crazy. That's wild, bro. I can't even say that on you. If I say that, I get. That's crazy. That is insane, bro. Maybe I need to grow on me. Finally, they did it. Yeah, I was waiting for it to make that joke.
Don't get me wrong, the original Hetalia sub is still plenty entertaining and plenty humorous on its own.
Kind of a Satanist actually is an intense super kind of Satanist with a lot of hardcore books and DVDs. You can't guess what I've seen living with him. There was one video I saw that had dogs in it. He really likes tying people up to it. I'm sure you know what that means. Up until recently, his government endorsed bestiality with all of its soldiers.
So the dub already had some good comedy to work off of. Instead, the dub mostly took the anime and made it into its full comedic potential. The things that the original sub never had or had very little of were turned up to 11 in the dub, turning it from an educational satirical comedy to just a straight-up comedy. But there were definitely some plot lines and stuff that were completely changed. It's kind of like watching the first 2 seasons of Winx Club in the 4Kids dub instead of the Cinelume dub. It mostly follows the same plot, but a lot of names of things are changed. Some plot points are completely changed, the voice acting is more engaging, and honestly, it's much more tempting to watch the 4Kids dub over the Cinelume dub, even though the Cinelume dub is much more faithful to the original. Because just like Funimation's Hetalia, 4Kids' Winx Club has that charm and that appealing.
Bro, the only reason that I watched Winx Club is because all the girls are hot as a kid. That's the only reason I watched that. That is the only reason I watched that. I think most guys that do know the show have just watched it because of the hot women. I'll be real. That's the only reason you watch this. Not gonna lie.
voice acting and all those jokes that you understand that help keep you engaged in the series. The only difference is that the voice acting in the original Hetalia sub isn't ass and is actually really good. But as how to the dub really came to be this wild, my best guess would be, since Hetalia was already satire and comedy anyway, they just leaned a bit too much into the comedy direction. Also, Hetalia's episodes are 5 minutes long, so in theory, I think that's what made some of these people think that they could get away with ad-libbing and pop culture references. After all, who would watch an anime that had only 5-minute long episodes?
High school girls in the late 2000s and 2010s. God, I hate this clip, by the way.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Turns out, a lot of people. I've been to a lot of Hetalia panels and seen a lot of these voice actors in person, and by the way the voice actors describe things, it didn't really seem like Funimation originally took Hetalia seriously and kind of just treated it like their other TVMA-rated items.
To summarize, they really just said, like, yo, voice actors, do as you wish. Do what you want. I don't care.
Unlike those sex crazed teens they were showing on TV.
Also, like in the Ghost Stories dub, 2008 was a completely different time and you can get away with a lot more offensive humor. And then Hetalia saw success.
I wish we could go back. I wish we could go back to the times you could make a few more offensive jokes. That would be awesome. Too bad we can't. Too bad we can't.
So Funimation just rolled with it.
But I'll pacify us as their true masters dig their tendrils into our pockets. This is the world of YouTubers. Psych, their government's Hetalia's back.
And even in the most recent season that came out only a few years ago, they still keep all the accents, all the pop culture references, and all the ad-libbing. And since the series is still going and producing musicals in Japan, they're kind of stuck with this now. I remember the voice actor from the Netherlands describing how he was originally hired to do the role because he had a Dutch last name, and that was it, because Funimation likes to use the same voice actors for everything. Now, this wasn't a big deal at first, because the Netherlands originally only had one line, and it was,
I won't eat waffles with Spain.
But then the later shiny
I won't eat waffles with Spain. Crazy. Just avoid Korean fan base, yaoi fans. Makes sense. You retards are worse.
seasons came along, and the Netherlands had a much more prominent role. All because Funimation likes to use the same pool of voice actors for literally all of their projects. Name a Funimation voice actor, and I almost guarantee that they were involved in dubbing Hetalia somehow, because Hetalia has so many characters. Don't believe me? Take a look.
Iron Dragon, Iron Fist! Seriously, I'm a virgin! What do you think they get virgin olive oil? The point is you don't want to shoot the virgin! We're pathetic enough as it is!
Because it seems the waves decided to come back.
That's why I ended up tattooing a maple leaf on my forehead. Yep.
Maple syrup. Canada's absolute bane of existence.
You sure did. This way I'll never be mistaken for America. That's weird. Did something just happen to me? I saved.
He glued an American flag to his forehead. Is that a teaser? Is that a teaser? Was that foreshadowing to what might happen to Canada? Anyways, true. Unfortunately, I live in a world where I can't use male or female to describe a gender in some streams, which I find stupid that it's considered offensive. Yeah, or you can't say Merry Christmas because that might be offensive, right? In a very much Christianity filled country. Anyways, this guy got a Canada flag on his forehead. Well, now it's American. What mean I can't never stop? I'm a Jew living with a German right now. The shit we say to each other would be a hate crime in the UK. That would probably also be a hate crime here in Germany. Honestly.
You from a life of ridicule.
Then maybe it was weakness.
What?
Tell me, why didn't you kill her? Your own aunt was threatening you.
Finding our next friend could be as easy as saying, "Hey, do you want to bear my children? You should try it."
Very soon, we'll restart the work studies. My sister's a total nut job. Also, she's poor, so those are real.
And I hate that.
My sister's complete nut job. Motherfucker. Android 17 is in there? That's crazy. Okay, let's let me Xmas. Because it's Christmas. Put the Christ back.
Short little weird guy.
I am Kibito. And I am Kurogiri.
My manly tract of land has been occupied by that demon douche Prussia. We'll gather soldiers and go take it back
The demon douche Prussia.
immediately.
If we stay holed up in this room, we'll have to do something about the cult.
Oh, no talking to me when you look stupid.
Mr. Michael!
I should use that. No talking to me when you look stupid.
Grab on! We're not giving up!
Sometimes I ride the goat when swabbing the deck, and that is not a euphemism for anything.
Requires power.
That Titan was like, this has been the best human I've ever tasted. This shit's been tasty as fuck.
A brain which you don't have much of.
Oh, that makes me want to pee pants!
But that said, he sucks at passes and some basic stuff, even worse than you do. His serves are way worse than yours are.
You're right there! Boone, pretty! Don't you think? Don't wet yourself, Finny. Get it together!
Anything, don't you? I believe that you three are the Phantom Thieves.
Sounds crazy, but I was worried it would be gone. My skill.
Oh, the ladies of Crete wore stuff that made spectacles of their breasticles?
Remember Yuma Amano? Of course you do. How could you forget? You two.
What breasticles? Huh? Boobs?
Dated for a little while.
To Americans, blowfish is a food used to test their big ballsiness.
That means they'd give us a break.
To Americans, what, blowfish? To test their big ballsiness? Huh?
Don't even get me started on promotion.
Well, I am Sweden. This is my wife.
I lost my meatballs.
My apologies.
How is my meatball? This is my wife?
You may wield away.
Why? A little bit empire touched my underdeveloped boobies!
That's not it, you maniac. I have a good potential ally in mind. I'm gonna focus my energies there.
I'm already losing to Baltic Four Eyes.
It's not an adventure, it's a shopping trip.
Baltic Four Eyes.
Yeah, you know it's always sunny when I'm around.
The Prince of All Saints, he sounds really high.
I was expecting for Christopher Sabat to be in this. Is Sean Schemmel in this too?
High and scratchy, and he hates everyone.
Well, there's always a little bit of the self-love, is there not?
No, Van!
You masturbate to everyone that takes care of the business now and again. The masturbation is a natural.
That's disgusting.
What? Masturbating to who? What? That's crazy.
You must be a saint.
I've been told you're getting out of hand. Azazel asked me to bring you back, even if it took all my...
I'm all about having new members, especially if we can get the smoking hot the chick to sign up.
Cut it out. No more making weird pictures of me, you got that? Just what do you guys take me for, anyway?
I finally get how right it feels.
Did I just understand the French? Crazy. I've also told about the time I worked for a garage company and a garage truck where people consider Happy Holidays more offensive to me saying Merry Christmas where I didn't mean offensive. Funny. Yeah. Who would have guessed that the non-offensive term is more offensive because one is forced and the other one isn't?
Even though we'd never met these people, they all had to be devils. Sealand? Better not be another Tulsa who goes off like a frog in a sock. The dingo took him!
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to play with your food, but I just can't help it. This whole feeding on despair thing is just so much fun.
Lucifer!
Wait, I thought you only took baths with me.
Earth Speed Turbo!
Was that you, psychic? You're the only not actually going to be a hero.
Was he just voicing a chick or just a feminine dude? Fucking Deku is in there too? Crazy. Garbage, my apologies. Happens. Christopher Sabat before he became a pussy. Well, they're all pussies. And then they got rid of Vic. Crazy.
Or I'll just die.
Yeah, I'm super high-tech, unlike you. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Who would want to be friends with you jokers? You're all a mess! And I hate you!
Also, fun fact, 2 voice actors from Ghost Stories also voice acted in the Hetalia dub.
Brother Russia, where are you? Why do you leave me here with Double D me?
What the fuck? Double D and Monica Rial is in here. That's funny. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, though. I don't like this chick, though. Also, horrible person. Devil's a part-timer. I watched that one. That one's fun.
It's double dumb.
You just wait. When that wonderful president finishes stacking the Supreme Court, we won't have to. Don't forget what I told you about premarital sex.
You shut your little whore mouth. I got this. I can explain who I am.
I'm all alone, forgotten, like a black family in Bush America.
I mean, technically.
Like a black family in what? That's crazy.
It is France. But even if he is a douche nozzle, he's still a person.
The bitch! Stop being such a freaking skank and give it back! Sometimes yes means no. Isn't this all like way nerve-wracking? Well, guess I'll see you inside.
Hey, guess what? Japan digs my sexy cat ears.
Let's see. Purple. For your hair. Can't tell this is...
Vic I still can't say his last name. That's funny. The guy that got falsely accused and they still haven't apologized. Also known as the original Broly.
a goddamn anime. Boobies. Love boobies.
Don't tell me small! I'll break down your feet and stick them on your head!
Now, Kolko, you may be saying, there's no way the Hetalia dub can even compare to the Ghost Stories dub. The 2 dubs are hysterical, but in different ways. Ghost Stories has shock value humor that's just completely off from the original source material.
Did the Crips beat you up and take yours too? They took mine, and now my dad only buys me cheap ones from Payless.
While Hetalia's source material was already humorous, but the humor aspect just gets cranked up to 11 and all the educational stuff gets thrown out the window.
Dudes, I hardly recognize you. What's going on? Why is France a midget and Britain dressed like he's about to torture Jack Nicholson?
Wait, France a midget? and Britain is like dressed like they're about to torture Jack Nicholson? That's crazy.
To know why you dressed like a gay pride parade float.
Shut it, Limey!
I know
Gay pride parade.
you've got some plan for him that's sinister, and sure, your highways don't have speed limits, but that doesn't give you the right to criticize a well-meant microbrew domestics crowd breath.
Now everybody here mostly grows stuff like they're those grower people or something.
Vocabulary can be intimidating. I'll stop eating this absurd pile of hamburgers so you can focus better.
He's often found bickering with for bickering's sake. However, in their heart of hearts, they love each other. Sexually.
What's that? Interview this week.
They love each other. Sexually, Hungary can get it. Hungary can get it. Hungary makes me hungry, if you know what I mean. She can get it.
That's so sweet.
Yes, that would cup size.
Not to brag, but we've won a lot of trophies.
Was it for the breaststroke? What do you do when you don't want to lose a friend?
Well, sometimes showing your butt will do the trick.
Hey, Japan.
Diabolical. Diabolical. Bush America, he was president from 2000 to 2008, and then his cousin Barack Obama became president. Hold on, how cousin? How?
Want to see my butt?
not if you pay me $1 million.
Want to see my butt? Crazy.
Pair him good food, a cute girl, and foot/soccer ball. Also, he will die if he accidentally learns French, so be careful.
They said they were shipping me back because I was too much work for them.
Welcome back. Oh ho! Is this the painting of your little girlfriend or boyfriend or gender-neutral chibi thing?
Hey, fat ass, you've been gorging.
Gender-neutral chibi thing, and hey, fat ass. That's crazy. Wow, this dub is interesting. That's an interesting dub.
yourself so much lately, I'm worried that you're going to kill yourself.
Dude, don't be silly. I'm way too into myself to ever do something stupid like that.
Gay Christmas. I mean French.
Wait! I should ask my good friend Japan.
Gay Christmas. I mean French. What the fuck?
He kind of looks like a girl from behind. Yo! Tell me your ancient Japanese secret diet.
Well, I eat like human being instead of use food to cover feeling of emptiness.
Hey! That was cruel!
In regards to how useless you are, I believe it has given me the right to talk shit about you behind your back.
You'll be my strong big brother. You can order me around and I'll disappoint you.
Fat Christmas. I mean America.
All right. Gifts from the ends of the earth.
Fat Christmas. I mean America. I mean, that's a little too accurate here.
Some are from even further because we get lost whenever Captain was drinking heavily.
This weatherman is predicting a 99% chance of shitstorm, and it's coming right at you.
Some of them have sharp fangs readied with poison so they can kill you. And if you decide to take one in, don't take just one because they deserve to have friends.
Acupressure point will make him urinate so he'll wake up. Pickaxe is not approved for use in any medical treatment. But if you insist, I won't stop you.
We are not currently accepting orders to miniature Hetalians.
Your thing!
Japanese people grow, not show.
You've only got 15 minutes.
Japanese people grower, not shower. Barack Obama's mom is a Bush relative. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Hello, Germany.
To eat. If you can't finish eating within the time limit, I will kill you.
However, our latest research has but cracked the surface.
Accurate German. That's an accurate German right there. Not only that, they also went the extra step to make him blonde with blue eyes and tall and muscular and strong. They know their shit.
Surface of this phenomenon.
It's funny. That professor guy doesn't know it, but he just said butt crack.
After World War I, Switzerland totally saved that shit country, which almost blinked out of existence because of depression, famine, and a raging case of cramps.
Unfortunately, if we don't find shelter before a storm blows in, we could die of exposure or be forced to share our body heat. This is a matter of gay or death.
Bro, your kitchen is like mine, except it's...
Did he just say this is a matter of gay or death? What the fuck?
missing all the cockroaches.
Oh, you naughty wizard boy. Get ready to be
You naughty wizard boy! Oh, that's horrible. Wow, this stuff is weird as fuck.
Hey! Give me that picture, you tiny pervert! No way in there!
Give me the picture, you tiny pervert! This stuff is interesting.
Bullying kids isn't PC anymore. Please, Sandy does not understand, no!
Bullying kids isn't PC anymore, it just gets worse.
Means no!
Germany cat is squashing me because I might have touched his balls.
9!
Where's that?
Germany's cat is squishing me because I've touched his balls. 9! For now, the Germans have had a good rep, especially the shower joke earlier.
Upset anyone.
I say we hit Italy first because they can't drive and are usually drunk.
Oh my, it looks like someone needs a spanking.
Do it.
No, you've got it all wrong. Blame Britain.
Hey, wait! S'mores are supposed to have chocolate! Let's teach them a lesson!
A lesson?
That's right, we can have a campfire too!
Bring on the fire, bring on the hell. Set everything ablaze so that no trace remains. Bring on the fire.
I feel like we're summoning the devil!
Get off of me! My Deutsch balls! There's no crying in alien warfare!
Guess Germany's asshole.
Did you just say mein Deutsch balls? It's over. It's over.
Isn't all that cozy?
A British-like creature made of a cardboard box. Created by Sweden in 3 minutes. Please do not shake contents of cardboard tin and do not drive, cook, or operate heavy machinery while inside.
I think it tastes like sandwich.
Dude, Christmas rocks! We know
Captain Obvious out here. I think it tastes like sandwich. This is so stupid.
how to do it right here! First we X out the Christ part to make it extreme!
Like I could take a whole day just to lick my own balls.
I could just... What the fuck? Alright, I guess I'll got to go. There's a Rouhani support rally in Tel Aviv. and I got to participate. Take care, Cricket. Have some fun. Don't get somebody accidentally pregnant. Anyways, moving on. So to summarize, he's about to moan.
Okay, buddy, just help out with the yard work and house cleaning and take your cry breaks in the bathroom.
In the newest seasons, the ad-libbing dials down a bit, and we get more educational content that survives into the dub. But we still get lines like this.
I've got money falling out my ass!
I got money falling out my ass! Don't take that out of context!
So, after watching all that, some of you may be wondering, Ghost Stories is accepted to be offensive and nobody cares. But a lot of people still get really up in arms about Hetalia being offensive. So, why is that? Why does Ghost Stories get a pass and Hetalia doesn't? And to that, the answer lies in one thing: audience. At the beginning of the video, some of you may have thought, hang on, Hetalia? Isn't that show for kids? No. Just because its fandom is way younger than it should be, doesn't change the fact that this series was originally written for middle-aged men. Hetalia itself...
For middle-aged men, is it yaoi? Nobody really does, because the average American doesn't realize how interconnected all of the US politicians are. Now many of them were born and groomed into being the politicians they are. Eek, it's a political circle jerk, funny.
Hasn't done anything wrong except for some whitewashing in the Korea stuff. And very, very early France. It was written to be for an older audience, like the audience who would watch the Ghost Stories dub. But Hidekazu Maruya made one fatal mistake. He made all the characters pretty anime boys. And then Funimation made the grave mistake of being funny. As a result, the majority of the fandom became young teenage girls who missed that the entirety of the show was supposed to be satire and took the Funimation jokes seriously because the dub was the most available way to watch Hetalia. And we all know how teenagers are. Imagine if Ghost Stories had a teenage fandom that actually took the show seriously with the dubbed lines, making fanfics about Hajime actually sleeping with his babysitter. That was the early Hetalia fandom and what gave Hetalia...
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Now, the first immediate response would be to ship all the male characters in that show with every woman that appears, just to piss off the fandom. That's like the major mission here, right? We do that with Genshin Impact too, right? Kafka's a lesbian. Nah, I'm gonna ship her getting dicked down by the Trailblazer, by the male Trailblazer in all positions.
Its reputation. And that is probably why you were initially turned off when I first mentioned it at the beginning of this video. I remember back in the day, we used to defend Hetalia from the people who thought it was offensive, but now that I'm an adult, I've come to realize that yes, Hetalia is offensive, or at least the dub is. The question shouldn't be, is it offensive? The question is whether or not we should give a shit if it's offensive. And to that, my answer is somewhat. If it is being watched by its intended audience...
Nah, we don't have to give a shit. We don't have to give a shit. We don't. We don't. No, we don't.
Audience who can recognize it's a joke anime, then the answer is no. And it is then that I realized Hetalia doesn't really change genres when it's changing dubs. It changes age ratings from 14 plus to 19 plus for people who will see these jokes and understand that it's not model behavior. It is not our job to parent the youth. If you want to try to help the mess that is our teenage youth right now, go ahead, but I'm staying out of it.
There is no helping them. There only works one thing. Obliterate all of them, make new babies. That's the only way you're gonna fix this. That's the only way you're gonna fix this. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want to relax and enjoy my dark, offensive adult humor in peace and ignore the world burning around me. Because isn't that why you're here watching this video in the first place? Nevertheless, the Funimation Hetalia dub is still one of the most famous dubs in anime, influencing an entire generation of mostly young women, and still remains one of the few dubs that are worth watching.
Really? Is it? Best line Ghost Stories? Run like there's a big black man chasing you. Yeah, that one. I remember that one.
So if you've watched the Ghost Stories dub and are looking for another dub that might tickle your fancy, next anime on your list,
as long as it's not tickling my balls,
should be High School DxD, baby! Nothing can beat this dub.
Hey!
Look, it's Kiva!
Like, oh my god, it's Prince Golden Nuts, shut up.
But if you don't
Prince Golden Nuts,
want titties constantly shoved in your face, Hetalia.
but I do want titties well, there's titties.
This is Ukraine. She's my big sister.
This is Ukraine. She's my big sister. Yeah, she's the big sister in multiple ways. I can tell. She is a truly massive. She's a truly massive sister. Anyways, that was an interesting dub. I should watch this in one go. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.